here comes the intro in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, or to There Will Be Dungeons. If this is your first time, welcome. We hope you enjoy the D&D we're about to play. If you're back, you know what you're in for, so sit back, relax, and enjoy as we play our game of Dungeons & Dragons. Before we get to the meat of things, I'd like to remind folks that we are helped by the good folks over at phoenixbrewtea.com/TWBD, where you can find refreshing, awakening, and sometimes sleepy teas that are based on our campaign. So, go check them out. That's phoenixbrewtea.com/TWBD. And now, without further ado, let's pass the mic over to Kristen, who will catch us up on what happened last time on TWBD.
Last time on There Will Be Dungeons, fangs and fur flew. As Hope and Stanley dispatched the rabid rumpus, Varel and Badass T kept the bigger brutes at bay. And Nash? With missing magic, his job was to live, and live he did. It was a long lashing, but the weirfolk finally fell with minimal names. While the heroes lived, T suffered a toothy tear from the bear. Now transforming, he was left with the losers in a bid to tame his turning turmoil. The heroes were pointed to the place they needed. In it were secreted old sorcerers and wizards, powerless but pushy. Among them was Tungsten Wheel. First order of business? Find rings that could restore the team's magic. Where? On the bodies of butchered collectors curtailed by a curious creature from the beyond. Now rejoin our heroes as they attempt to regain the rings. Will it work without a fight? What will they be will they be forced to destroy the demon? And should they have killed the curious coots before they possibly regain their own magics? Stay tuned for the continuing conundrums and perilous pursuits of space.
All right, Bo, we hand it to you.
All right, we find ourselves deep within the prison of Pentel Vice. Nash Maggard of the Solar Mines, Varel Rastvim Keurig, Valero Noth, a.k.a. Stanley Billings, and Hope Akmenos dash down a hallway with Yunyun Wheel and her uncle Tungsten Wheel away from the cabal of mages imprisoned within this place. So the party is moving down a hallway. On either side or is a large archway where it domes up on the top. On either side, there are these golems that you've encountered at the front, standing motionless, one on either side, as far as the eye can see, maybe a couple 100 feet down the hallway. Last week, Tungsten, you had a conversation with him, and he had advised you that this was a prison for mages, and that the magical abilities were suppressed for all those captive. You learned that it was an organization called the Collectors that would bring such mages to a place. But you were uncertain, or you were not told, and it's maybe even no longer known, what exactly their mandate is, or how exactly it is they bring the mages here. He also mentioned that there was a way to lift the magic suppression by way of a ring that the Collectors wore. I'm not sure if it was him that told you or someone else. I'm pretty sure it was him. And that he knew of a place that was rumored to have one before the building fell into ruin. Or before the dungeon fell into ruin. He's guiding you there now.
How big are the golems?
The golems are 20 feet.
Oh, okay. And they're like stone.
There's
dudes.
these large stone deals, motionless, towering on either side.
How many?
If it's as far as the eye can see, maybe they're 10 feet wide. Maybe 18 or 20, if you had a rough estimate in this hallway.
Okay.
You gain the impression that they are there as deterrents should things go catastrophically wrong, but you don't know. It's judging by their reaction to you at the entrance. If they were to perform similar actions, they might be released for riot deterrence or something like that.
Okay. I would stop the party and turn to Tungsten and say, have these things ever activated?
Not that I've ever seen. When I arrived here, this place was already fallen into the state of disrepair that you see it now.
So if we fetch one of these rings, won't these all be quite mad?
I've only heard rumor from the other mages and what they've discussed about it.
Yes.
They have frequently plotted to find the way out, but none have succeeded.
Interesting that. And I'll glare at him. Narrow my lizard eyes his way.
And he looks at Yunyan. Why does he glare at me so?
I take you for a liar, sir. You find yourself in prison with many other wizards.
Yunyan steps before you and says, "How dare you!"
I do dare. I am capable of this daring. You dare question my daring?
I indeed question your daring. Your daring is despicable. How dare you imply my uncle has nothing but good in his heart?
Then how did he get in prison?
Uncle? And then he says, I know not. I was taken at night. I had a contingency plan set in place for the location to be stored in the Bank of Burp, should someone find me.
Your story will come to light. And I'll advance the party further.
I assure you, my good lizard folk friend, my story is one of catastrophic delay. Dalit and I had a plan, and that plan did not come to pass.
I think you should fear us fetching this ring for my good companion here, that you revere so, Stanley Billings, has many great powers to see the truth.
Well,
He nods to you.
I think if I can just say, I think, we have certainly encountered our fair share of liars and betrayals in our time, and it is, without doubt, giving a nod to Varel, suspect that this information is so easily obtained, though I think maybe once we see the foe what guards it, we might understand why, despite numbers and desire, they have not made any progress. And to that end, as powerful as I may be, and I thank you for that acknowledgement, Varel, Nash, I think we need to do anything we can to see to it that he gets whatever ring we find first. Whatever beast we find is going to have a much harder time fighting the dragon form of Nash than if I were to get my powers back. So, priority one, we get a ring, we get it to Nash. I mean, Nash, do you think you can dragon without the ring?
We could try. As far as I know, yeah, unless it just gives me a headache like all the other magic stuff did in the last place we were in. That sucked.
We discussed this last week. You can't.
I know. Oh, we talked about that I can't?
Yeah, you can't. You can't use your magic items. However, they retain their magical property.
Right, but I can turn into a dragon because that's DNA, right?
Nope, that's an object that's attached to you. A pacemaker.
So that's different than my underwear, the DNA.
Yeah, your underwear, your DNA is part of your body.
And the heart's not?
A pacemaker is an object shoved into your chest to keep your heart going.
Well, I guess that makes sense, because I can flame burst, and that's like a trait of my person.
Okay.
So your underwear is a part of you.
Yeah, that's the joke. Is the underwear is actually his part of his personage is underwear.
Okay.
He's the first sentient underwear. Is first of his kind.
I mean, if that makes sense, then I would say to Stanley, no, it's not going to work. The magic is dampened regardless, and this thing is not part of me in the way that my underwear is.
Right. Thanks for the reminder on how that all came to be, Nash.
John's trying to maintain a fantasy disposition while talking about underwear. It's,
Yeah.
underwear
The
DNA.
underwear
good.
DNA, no less.
Yeah.
All right. So the point is, we need to get Nash a ring so he can be a dragon, which is going to give us a much better chance of fighting whatever beastie it is we're going to encounter. If we find 2 rings or more, we can share the wealth as needed. But our first priority should be him. Not to mention, he knows the teleport spell that can get us out of here in a pinch. So,
My understanding, although this again is rumor, Smelly, is that the ring will allow passage between the floors of this place, and thus, inevitably, the exit. In the center dais room that we just passed by, there's a terminal there, stone altar. The ring gets placed in it.
all right.
We needed to escape, but there's only one of us, so I'm not sure how traversal works with more than one person, but the ring will be essential to our leaving this place.
Well, let's get to step 1, then we'll figure out step 2 and 3.
I will say this as well. You mentioned that what might be the reason why the mages locked here have not procured the ring in spite of knowing where its supposed location is. It has to do not with the creature guarding it, but with the ward that it is in. The mages will not wander from their safe area for fear of being eaten by the creatures here. And in particular, the dangerous creature in the ward that we're going to. They are called Liches. And no one travels there. Now, you can't use your magic, but you have armaments, yes?
Yes.
A foolishly short name for a powerful creature.
Well, let the length of the name not be equivocal. Let you not measure the power of such a creature against the length of its name, Forel.
Varel comes from a long line of notable titles. So
Forgive him, Uncle. He is noble, but simple, says Yunyan.
Ooh.
It's not his...
Nash would back up a little from hearing somebody call Varel simple. Yee.
It's not his fault. We sometimes have to deal with his brash way. But he is noble. That's a complisalt, Varel. I don't know if
Kiss and a slap.
I'll continue walking in the party.
All right. Okay. And then Uncle Wheel looks to his niece and says, "My Yunyan, how you've grown. It warms my heart to see you in such an honorable position as the Balele Kuhun." She takes a bow. She bows. Let's get going. And Yunyan waits for you to make the command, Stanley, but she's ready to go.
Yeah, we follow after Varel.
Okay, very good. So you continue walking down to towards the end of this hallway, statues passing on either side. And then you get to the mouth. So the passageway turns left, and that looks caved in with rock and brick and stone. And then to the right is an archway entrance leading into a dark hallway. And there's a sense of quiet now here. And Tungsten looks to the party and he says, "This is it. Once we enter in here, we are in a dangerous situation. More so than we already are. Does everyone have everything they need?"
I mean, we have everything we came with. Well, except for one person, but honestly, we're probably better off.
I know not what's down here. I don't believe anyone's come this way. in all the time that I've been here. I've never even seen these liches they speak of.
All right, well, let's try and make a quiet approach. No need to needlessly fight everything on our way to the rings.
All right, and we are going to bring you into the map. Now, the hallway goes down a short way before suddenly ending and turning abruptly to the right. I will now, hopefully we have a map that will work today. That's the plan.
Oh, good.
Hang on here.
Let's take a
There
look
we
here.
go. You should be on the bottom right of the map. That should not be very laggy. That's the idea.
Logging in now.
Oh, okay.
I see us.
All right.
Me too.
There we are.
I'm still
Perfect.
loading.
So the hallway narrows down to 10 feet wide and takes a sudden turn to the right.
Varel, would you like to take the lead?
It would be my pleasure. And I'll roll stealth,
Oh, okay. Make a stealth roll.
since we're being stealthy.
Does
Yeah.
your scales can still change color, right? Because that's you.
Yeah, he has chromatic scales, and that is part of him.
Yeah, I guess that's if we're baking in stealth, it wouldn't help with me be quiet though, I guess.
Well, you can either no, it doesn't help you be quiet, but visually it helps. So you could turn to the color of the walls, or you could just go dark, black scales, and then you're not visible in the dark because the hallway is dark. The light you're seeing is emanating from Nash's vegetable peeling.
Okay, I'll do a 17.
Okay, so you get into a quiet mode and you begin successfully approaching quietly down the hallway. The only light coming from Varel. Now, Hope and Stanley, you have dark vision enabled, so you're going to have a wider visual range that's going to look just like light, but that Varel, the other party members, are not necessarily seeing in that range. It's just showing you what you see. So it's entirely possible you end up in a position where you see just fine and someone else is like, I can't see. So Varel, like for example, Varel can only see what light is emanating from Nash. Okay, so you make your way down the hall, and directly to the left, you notice there's a sort of a shelf, like a maybe a 6-7 foot wide, like length by 2 or 3 feet tall, cut out in the side of the wall with the skeleton laid to rest in the side. There's nothing special about this skeleton other than it's lying there.
Is it covered in dust? Doesn't look like it's been
Humanoid.
up and moving around or anything?
Yeah, it's covered in grease and dust from who knows how long it's been there.
Okay.
I would find that odd, and in our sort of chain of command right now, keeping quiet, I'd whisper back to Hope. How did anyone die in a place where they live forever?
They were killed.
I will narrow my eyes and inspect the body for injury.
And you don't hear anything, but you kind of feel the whisper maybe of Yunyon's point being proven there in that moment. And sorry, what do you do next?
Oh, perhaps a medicine or something along that to see what caused their death. If there's like an obvious break in a bone in the chest or something like that.
Yeah, investigation or medicine as you desire.
All right, sweet. 3.
And
It's good.
no signs of violence. It was a very unnoble death. Very, very cowardly way to go. For all you can tell, they just died from laying here.
I dubbed this place the Tomb of Cowards. And I move on.
All right.
I don't want to mess with your map, so is it okay if I
No,
advance
yeah,
into the
you
room?
can move your character, and you should be bounded so that you don't move outside where the walls are.
Cool.
So it should prevent you from doing that. I would recommend not throwing your token way ahead, as generally speaking, because I would count that as you moving there, maybe, unless that would come up. So I would move carefully, only where you're sure you want to move to.
Okay, there seems like there's some rubble here, so I'd like to stealthily make my way over the rubble and then just plant myself, even though I can't see, kind of in the room, just eyes wide, so that I'm the target should anything go weird. But
Why
still
don't we
stealthy.
have Nash follow directly behind Varel, so that he has the benefit of the light?
Nash hasn't made a stealth roll, so
I can. Can I do a stealth roll?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, it'd be great if D&D Beyond didn't just crash. Hold on.
Oh, I think maybe one of us can give you at least the roll while you get that up. Maybe.
It'll only take a second. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right.
And I will need to hear from you, because you can't just make a stealth roll. What you're doing to be stealthy.
Okay.
Now, are you just crawling on all fours? Or are you just walking quietly? Just to get a sense of
walking very quietly, tiptoeing in my robes, like a proper sorcerer should. And my roll is a 17.
Okay, perfect.
Like lovers do.
You are successfully walking very quietly behind Nash. I sort of picture you doing the whole hands up thing and the
behind Nash. Behind. Yeah.
A little bit. And you make your way behind Nash and bring your light with you. So if you move your token behind Nash or behind Vorel, your light will approach along with you.
Now I get it. All right, there I am.
And now
Valir is gonna take up the rear to keep an eye behind them with the dark vision to make sure nobody follows.
Okay, perfect.
So I will also be being stealthy, sticking to shadows and whatnot. So I'll roll a stealth, and it's an 18 just to one up Nash.
All right.
Damn.
Literally.
So you slink into whatever shadow you can find away from Nash's light, and stand there. There's still not a lot of room for everyone to go, so Tungsten and Union still hang back a little bit. Now, Varel, you enter into this room. It's a small 15 by 15 room with an exit to your left. To the right, there's a small stairwell leading to a riser, and you see a sarcophagus, a stone sarcophagus just sitting there. The room is otherwise bare.
I'd like to make my way up the stairs and kind of inspect this sarcophagus.
Okay. You take a close look. It's made of stone. It's very old and looks in a state of disrepair.
Is it openable?
Yes, it looks like the lid could be lifted.
But I bet there'd be a lot of and that's so.
Well, you don't hear anything. There's no noise, no indication of anything, but Varel's suspicious. It's up to Varel.
Yeah, no, I'll maintain the stealth, but I'm at maximum curiosity about why there's tombs in a prison. So I will look back to Nash, and I will point at the sarcophagus, and then point at my head, and then do kind of like a baby gesture, but flip it over.
He says
And then-
he's dead inside like an upside down baby.
I know what you mean, but I don't think Nash would get it from those symbols or from those signals. I don't think he would know what you were getting at. So Nash will say, "What?" He'll whisper it very quietly, very stealthily. He'll whisper that.
I'll put my finger in front of my long lizard snout, and I'll do the same exact thing again.
I'll say, I don't understand. What do you want to do?
I'll mouth, "Get Stanley."
Oh, I'll pick that up. I'll say, "Oh, okay." I'll kind of look around. Can I see Stanley with my...
Just have Hope right behind you.
Oh, Hope's right there. Okay, I'd say,
Nash, what do you need?
I guess Varel needs Stanley. I don't
Hope
know.
will turn.
I don't know why.
Hope will reach forward through Nash and tap Varel's shoulder. Varel, why do you need Stanley?
And then I'll do the exact same thing. Point at the body. Rockin' baby. Lift over.
Hope will turn around and try and make eye contact with Stanley. And as soon as she has eye contact, she'll point back to the body, to her head, and then make the baby rocking noise, and then shrug. And kind of motion for him to come up.
Morel found a baby?
I don't know.
Okay. Stanley will creep forward. Can I get past everybody?
No, it's 5 feet wide. It's narrow. I mean, you can squeeze through for sure, but if someone would have to like hug the wall, and then you'd have to squeeze through.
Right. Stanley will squeeze through and come right up to Varel. What did you find?
I found a large tub.
Oh,
Can I hear this while they're talking?
do you think we should open it?
Yeah.
I can't
No.
hear it. No?
No.
Okay.
Why are there stone tubs in a prison?
Good question. Why don't we open it and find out?
Yeah.
Stanley will draw his sword and just kind of point at the tub, point at the sword, and then like aim it like, you open it, I'll stab it.
All right, I'm gonna stealthily, as best I can, lift the lid.
All right, athletics check.
All right.
It is heavy.
12.
All right, you are only able to nudge it a little bit. It's very heavy piece of stone, pure stone on the top of it. You do manage to nudge it and move it, but you'll need more strength. Maybe some help. There's the sound, of course, of stone shifting on stone.
Stanley, seeing Varel struggle, will come over to help shove the thing.
Okay. All right, make another roll with advantage.
All right.
How you're powered by
28.
Stanley strength. He's not that strong, but you felt motivated, I guess.
All right, so Stanley, you get on the other side of it and attempt to help him, and with your little bit of additional strength and Varel's renewed effort, it's difficult to lift up. It doesn't almost make sense to lift up because potentially your fingers could get snapped under it. But you were able to shift it and shift the stone, and then it's going to slide down off of it. Do you want to let it go into the ground? Because you won't be able to. It's a heavy ass boulder. Weight wise.
Could I do this like solo lifting a couch where you kind of lean into it, so you've only got one half of the couch up and the other half is leaning on the other side?
Okay, let's do that. With your 18? Hang on, let me
28.
Oh, you got 28. Oh, I heard 18. Oh. No, you lift that sucker up. Oh my god, that's 28. yeah,
no problem.
Okay. I'm trying to
That's
appropriate
well lifted.
outcome for appropriate DC. So yeah. Oh, you're good. You lift it right up. Then you want to lift it like a car hood?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, perfect. Then you lift it right up and you peer in, and inside, you see there's a skeleton inside, but this one is curiously dressed like Nash. Not without the robe, but he has a fair amount of what looks like maybe somebody was trying to heal him. There's like these white wraps on his body, covering the skeleton. That is, it's mostly a desiccated, withered-looking corpse, near skeleton state. Chewy flesh or rotted flesh all over it, and he's dressed like Nash with all these bandages on him.
I want to check his hands, see if he has any rings on.
The corpse. Okay,
Yeah.
You have a look at the corpse, and there's no rings on it.
All right.
No Elden rings.
No Elden rings. That's what I'm
Nash
after.
would see me kind of lean around my own arms and give him big eyes of shock.
I
His
would
face, but long.
I would not know what he's doing that for, so I would just sort of be frozen there, like.
And it's your vegetable peeling is casting these harsh shadows on his face. So when he makes that face, it looks really scary.
Yeah. I think if he's looking at me that way, I'd take that as a cue to move forward. So I would try to stealthily move just to be in the room with them closer.
Yep.
So I'd get into like here.
Sure.
And I'd go, what?
It's you. You're dead.
Wait a minute.
Stanley will move aside so Nash can properly see himself. Oh, I guess that's off the platform. I hop down.
I mean, we don't need to micromanage the pieces that much. Everyone's like, I'm standing in this part of the room, and I'm standing in that. We can. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll come up there and I'll peer over at what the hubbub's about. And I'll say, that's not me. I'm me.
But it is dressed like you.
Yeah, but I'm right here. That might be another Nash, but I'm the Nash right now.
Oh.
Same as if you're the Varel. Even if we found a lizard in there, it wouldn't have to be you. It'd just be another lizard guy that looks like you.
Then these are yours. Do you want anything?
Welcome to There Will Be Dungeons ASMR episode. I don't know. Let me look. And so I'll swap places with him very quietly and look in there and see if there's anything.
You can't swap places with him because he's holding up the sarcophagus.
Oh, he's doing okay. Then I will.
We got full lizard muscle holding this thing up here.
I would duck under.
But you could duck under it and hopefully it doesn't drop it on your head. Probably sever half your body.
That'd be
off.
great. You're not going to do some kind of sustaining roll or something, are you? If I do that,
no.
Okay.
No. He has it in hand. Not unless something happens, like you tickle him, then you're in shit.
All right,
So don't do that.
I definitely won't do that. I will lean in, and with one hand, I'll kind of just, lift the wrist, see if he's holding anything. The little hand might dig around up near where the neck is.
Up north.
Up north.
It's a desiccated corpse. Like it's nearly bone. It's like rotten, like solid rigor mortis, like of thousands of years flesh. Like just in some cases, even when you touch flesh, like it just poof pops into dust.
Do I see or find anything that looks either a magical value, of any sort of value?
There's nothing but the corpse in here wrapped in bandages.
And
the bandages themselves too, it's not like they're nice bandages. Like they're also like old. Like you maybe even like brush your hand against a bandage and it splits into 3 little flakes and just falls down.
I'll whisper the following. I'll say, "I don't look this bad." I take that as a kind of a rude thing to say, and then I'll take a finger bone from the corpse and put it in my pocket.
You're already playing Elden Ring. You just don't know it.
Right?
What, you're gonna break off a finger and take it?
Well, I assume the joints. If the joints are desecrated, I should be able to snack it. Just take a little finger, like a forefinger.
All right, let's make a medicine check to make sure you don't annihilate the whole finger when you take it off. It's like a wishbone. You gotta still gotta break it off properly.
All right, here we go. That is a 19 total on that roll.
Yeah, you do a great job. Break it off. Do you want the knuckle, or do you just want the without the knuckle?
Just the. If the knuckle's there, great. If there's no knuckle, I don't care. I just want part of
Get
this.
all the details, Bo.
Yeah.
All right, make sure like he's got a note in his inventory. Who knows what it'll end up being after
that's true.
He might want to use that knuckle later, and we're gonna need to know if he kept it or not.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna write this.
Yeah,
in
so
now.
put corpse finger in your 1,000-year-old corpse finger in your inventory, please.
Finger 1,000 years old. Okay, it's in.
All right, perfect. You now have a corpse finger.
Sweet.
You guys, it's probably just a mummy. There's a lot of dead things in here, it seems.
Yeah, Varel thinks it looks like me.
Just keep. Well, yes, you look like a mummy too. You generally dress like a mummy.
Nash isn't very offended by that. It's fine. He knows he looks bad.
Been waiting 4 years for this moment.
Yeah.
We're looking for rings, that's it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Varel, put it down softly, quietly.
I would like to do that.
Okay. You place it down softly and gently as best you can, but yeah. And it makes just a little, like a little stone on stone as you let it go, but not very loud. Well done.
All right, I'll scoot by Nash, say, congrats on motherhood, and continue to the front.
Zarel doesn't know what a mummy is.
Just like a mummy. Yeah. All right.
Quality.
That was good.
All right, I'll let Varel take back the lead, and I'll wait for Union and Tungsten to pass once again, taking up the rear.
There is an eastern entrance that Varel moves to, and Varel, you notice that down the hallway there are more of these like installations on the left and right, where there are corpses, 4 in total, leading towards the end of the hall, which then turns left that you can kind of make out in the darkness. That there's 2 on the left, 2 on the right, again with these corpses, not corpses, but skeletons just lying there in their crypts, basically.
Okay. I would outside of maybe seeing other Nashes or other party members represented in skeletal form, I'd be moving the party a little quicker now.
Okay. So make your way to the end of the hallway, and as you peer, I'm assuming you're not just going to bluster your way into the next area.
Yeah, and this is where my light kind of ends out, so I'll stay on the edge of Nash light, basically.
Yeah, so Nash needs to stay behind you so he can continue giving you light.
Can do that.
So you can move, like you would move safely to this end, to the end of the hallway here, and turn to the left. Cool. Now, a sliver of light spills out to this room, Nash. So if there was anything, it was, it would be noticed in this room.
Okay.
But Varel, you peer out and notice that you can only see what's in the sliver of light, which I think is you see a floor and then a lower floor with a stairwell. You hear nothing and smell nothing except for the scent of old dust and decay. Sort of oppressive base smell.
Is the vegetable peeling stuck to Nash's head?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, I have it right here. Kind of like a, I don't know, like a, what's his name with his wisdom stone, just right in the middle.
Kerosene.
Or kerosene, sure.
Oh, you mean like Avatar or something?
No, like Endgame.
Legion? No, not Legion.
Vision.
No, Vision.
Thank you.
Vision.
He was in the movie I Am Legion, though. He played the lead.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, he had his wings cut and everything.
No way.
Or just Legion, it was called. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just Legion. I Am Legion's Will Smith.
Yeah, or I Am Legend is Will Smith.
Oh.
I'm Legion from Mass Effect.
This rabbit hole just never gonna end.
Legend, good movie though.
Yeah. Vision.
All right. Well, I would like to motion Nash to join me on the wall that I'm on.
Okay. I would take that as a cue, and I'll do so very carefully because I know this light's peeling into that room or spilling into that room.
And I will grab his head and kind of with it lean around the side.
All
Like
right.
that.
Pharrell grabs your head with one hand or two hands.
Two hands. I want to, make sure it's
Two
directed.
hands. So he pulls your head forward and points your face like a flashlight into the room.
Which would be something like that.
Yeah, like that, basically. Okay. So again, in this room, you see. Hang on, let me get to your view here. So you see, there still is more room. There's stairwells. There's 3 different levels of floors in this room. There's a great pillar. There looks to be a few alcoves, maybe, and an exit. But you don't see any. There's no creatures here. There's no sounds of movement. It's quiet. It's quiet in this room.
All right, I would like to pull Nash back, walk over to the body on the nearby table, take off its skull, and I'm going to roll it into the room beyond.
Okay. You pick up the skull and roll it into the room. Let's make a acrobatics check. It's It's an athletic feat of some kind. You're trying to roll it with skill.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics, unless you're whipping it with your strength.
No, yeah.
I
I
imagine it's
wanted to kind of
more of a finesse move than a power move.
not bad. 18.
Okay.
Really good.
So you ricochet the skull so that it bounces like pool hall style, like bounces off the wall, and then where exactly are you aiming at? If you can draw, actually.
Yeah. So my goal would be I kind of wanted to like roll something like that, kind of ending up in this area here, center of the room.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it is a trick shot. Okay, so you do sort of the bowling thing where you roll it on its side so that it rolls straight, then rolls and turns around the pillar, and you see it roll behind, and then it finally lands where you've targeted here on your map, and it just lays there. There's no reaction to the room.
All right. No liches. Pass it on.
Are you still holding me?
Oh, I guess I would be.
You're like,
I'd whisper
"No
into your
liches."
head as I hold it, and then I'd let you go back to the group.
Okay, I'll say the same. No liches, pass it on.
Hope will turn. No liches, pass it on.
One of those two will say no bitches or something dumb, and then we'll get it all screwed up. By the time Stanley gets it, it'll be all different. I love it.
What do you mean, no
Tungsten looks at Hope
kitchens?
and
Someone itches. Get some balm, they'll say.
all right,
No.
so Tungsten turns around and to Union and says, "They say there's no liches yet." Union looks at you, Stanley, and says, "They found no liches yet."
Okay, good.
Now you tell them. No.
That's what Stanley would have said if he was standing next to Varel. Like,
It wouldn't have made it any further down the line.
Yes, exactly. And in that moment, Stanley realized he made a tactical communications error.
That's great.
I will dash to the pillar and put my back to it.
Okay. We'll need to make a roll, unless you're trying to be quiet about the dash. Then we're going to get you to do stealth.
Yeah. I'd want to be quiet about it. 23.
Okay, you make it to the pillar, and you maintain absolute silence and speed. If there was something to see you, unless they were staring directly at that spot, you'd be willing to bet they wouldn't see you. However, you're now in darkness.
This flashlight stayed behind.
You can feel the pillar. You know you're in the right spot, but you don't see anything further.
Okay. I would like to bend down, place my hand on the stone, and just see if I can listen out. Because
Sure.
to me, this is a beast. I've been told there's a great beast, so I'm assuming I'm hunting something.
Yeah, make your perception roll.
3.
This place is it's so still. It's so still. Like, you almost feel, I would say almost that you've been lied to. Like, if you're hunting a great beast, this is not the environment for a great beast. This is the environment that nothing happens. You hear nothing. And you just smell humanoid dirt. You know, like humans, they get sweaty, and non-scaly beings get smelly and sweaty and gross, and their bodies decay. It's all extra gross. It's kind of what it smells like belly buttons and armpits.
I'm right. I will.
That's enough.
The whole thing is bizarre.
Yeah.
So I will await the party joining me or revealing me in some way. I would kind of stay here.
I mean, the Nash is still peering around the corner, but not giving the light to you.
It's really bogarting that light peeling.
I mean, I'll happily hand it to him if he asks. It's fine. But I'll sneak around the corner and look.
Well, yeah, you can offer it to him if you want to.
I got to get closer though, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I will sneak up.
You shine more light into the room, and you see Varel. This lights up, and you can see in the back of the room and directly to your left more crypts with skeletons lying in the crypts.
I'll pull right up in your rear there and just say, "Do you want my magic thing, my peeling? You can see better if you have it, if you need it." I'll just stay close.
I don't mean to endanger you, Nash, but you make excellent bait with the peeling upon your head.
Well, so wait, you want me to keep it, or do you want it? Do you want to be the bait?
I would like to sense the beast we're hunting before it attacks, so we may be prepared. Keep your peeling.
What if I put my hands on it and only have a little bit of it show through, like the little crease of my fingers when you want it? I'll still be kind of a red dot because you can see the blood of my fingers through
It's
it.
just like that, but like just red lines through his fingers.
Yeah.
Walking around.
You know when you're like a little kid and you put a flashlight on your hand?
Yeah.
They do like that. So you can kind of see my veins and my bones.
Perhaps we should give the peeling to Hope then.
Okay. Well, no.
Guys, I can see in the dark.
Oh, that's
I can
right.
take
She sees
Varel
fine.
ahead.
Yeah, she sees fine. Here's what I'll do. I'll keep it in my pocket until we need it. My little hand will tuck it behind my neck. I said dick.
Yeah, close.
Oh my!
Where do you keep your vegetable peelings?
You don't have one of those. You don't have one
mine
of
in the
those.
freezer, but
I
here we go.
Cast
do
a
not.
great shadow upon the wall.
That's
He
right.
keeps it under a bed in the solar mines.
That's right.
apparently.
No, I would have it. I just tuck it behind my neck and the robe, and if I need it, a little hand can pull it out at a moment's notice. So I'm good. We got this, and I'll actually do that. I'll put it away for now.
Oh, you put your light away?
Yeah, my tiny little baby hand will hold it behind my robe. I'm not going to put it away. It'll just be kind of cocked back there.
Okay, yeah. I'll get rid of your light if you do decide to extinguish it.
Yeah, he'll hold it there unless I need it, and then he'll pull it out. When I say he, I mean the little hand, which is part of me.
Yeah, you.
Unless you're telling me that's all limp and flaccid with no magic around.
No, your
Okay.
hand is working great.
All right.
You sort of think about it. You look over at it. He gives it the little baby hand gives you a thumbs up.
Sweet.
You give it a thumbs up. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Give myself a
Wait.
thumbs up.
I know. And I will advance around the corner and grab the skull and hold it
Okay.
up to the Nash. Put it in the eye, and then we can.
Oh, it's like a flashlight, more focused. Yeah, I like this. All right. You guys don't know what a flashlight is. I used to read about them in the solar mines. All right, that sounds good. And I'll take
No, I
the...
think they have. It is Mad Max World. Maybe there was a flashlight. I don't know.
Oh, it could have been.
They're up there crafting flashlights. Stanley hasn't moved. He's still in the hallway going, I hope everyone's okay.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, sure.
That's what I'll do. I'll give it to Varel for this idea. This is a good idea. He can always throw it back to me if he wants to get rid of it.
Awesome. Well, much like I was navigating Nash's head, now I have another head, but it has a light out of one eye,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
kind of.
So you have a flashlight skull now. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, give him the view.
Are you still gonna have light, Nash?
I will have...
Are you? Because like I'm gonna give.
I have backup peelings, so the way I'll do
light.
this is... Well, I can't light it because the peelings need magic to light. I just had that one still. Right? So I can't light any new ones.
Oh, you can't. Okay, yeah, no.
Also, I think I can only have one
now.
thing of light at a time. Or did we determine I could have multiple? I don't remember. But anyway, the point is, I think so. Since I have no active magic in here, I can't make another torch. So he'll have to have the
So
only one.
yeah, you no longer have the torch. Basically, we've passed the torch to Varel.
Yeah, we passed the torch. There
Pass
you
the
go.
torch.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. What would you like to do next? The room still is quiet. You see, again, the crypts on the left and right before you and to the left, and then up the stairs, you see there's two more sarcophagi at the top of the stairs in a little alcove. There's an exit to the north and another exit to the east of this larger room with multiple floors.
All right, I would like to advance to the northern tunnel and I will start by putting the skull head around the corner, shine a light down, and then if there's no sound or reaction, I will then peek myself.
So what I'm going to do, just to make this, I'm going to take a little asset out here, just so because you're gonna hang the light down the hallway, but not yourself, right?
Right.
So in order to take care of that, I think I have a tool for that. Let's see here. Maybe this will work. Yeah, not really. I don't think it does anything. All right. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I'm just setting things up in the game here. Okay, that should do it. All right, so you shine some light down. I don't know if you're seeing. Are you seeing anything more from that light? No, you're not, eh?
I can advance around the corner, but say I'm
Oh yeah, it's because you can't see around the corner. Yeah, but you can still peek around the corner. So just move your token so you can peek there.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, and that'll your light source will be enough to see down there. All right. So you take a peek around the corner, and you notice there's a 20-foot, there's a 10-foot of hallway, and then you notice an opening to another room, which is a sliver of light. You know, the light casts some shadows on. You can just see a little bit of it, but standing atop sort of a second floor, you see a large statue of a winged beast, very muscly, with hooves and large hands sort of crossed, and it's perched on the side, and the large head standing still. At first, it looks alive, and you get that sense of that pulse of activity, seeing potential hostile in your vision, but you see that it does not move and that it is a statue of a creature that you've not seen before. Although looking similar to maybe the demons you might have fought with at the White Tower, the Nikoloths. Definitely a winged demonic appearance with horns, but in the form of a statue.
All right, I'll pull back. And since I have the light now, for Nash's sake, I will turn the skull towards me so the light shines up from below my face. I'll make a, I'm holding the skull. Wait, so I'll put the skull between my knees and kind of like do a squat and make some little demon horns.
Wow, I hope that works. None of us can see this at all, right?
He's just signaling it to you, not to the creature.
Oh, he's doing it to me? Oh, I thought he was doing it to the creature.
Reaction, I hope that works. What did he think he said?
Oh, I thought you meant the creature. All right, well, in that case, I would see that as he sees something bad. I would know the sign of that, and I would say, he's come onto something up there. I can't tell what, but he made fake horns with his fingers. It's probably something with horns on it.
I guess he's saying that to you, Hope.
Yeah, Hope's right behind me, so I'd say it to her.
Hope will turn back and motion everybody into the room, and she'll walk up closer to Varel.
Okay.
Varel, what did you see?
A demon.
Is it alive?
It appears to be of stone.
Should we go down that way or no?
There's one more harder check. And I'll make my way towards the eastern hall to check that out.
Okay. So that's down a set of stairs. So there's a set of stairs leading up to a room with some sarcophagi in it. There's a set of stairs in the middle of the room leading down to some more crypts, and then an exit to the east. The stairs, again, go back up to sort of that middle floor that you would have come in on in terms of elevation. And looking down that hallway, you see the passage turns left and right. Pretty much after 5 feet of hallway, you can just see that the passage goes left and right.
I'll advance myself, if all is well by the DM, down to the hall and do a shine left, shine right.
Okay. So you head down to the hall, up the stairs kind of thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
So right here, and then I would peek out around
So you shine left and shine right, and you see again another room that, what you can make out, has other crypts. The difference with this room is on the floor. It's not noted on the map, but on the floor there appears to be some carpeting in this room. So the carpeting starts at the top of the stairs, sort of moves down all around this sort of area. The carpeting's old and dilapidated, but different than the stone tile that you've been seeing in other rooms. So it's a little more comfy underfoot than the harsh ground, which is a relief to your bare feet in a way. But apart from that, you see crypts sort of circling either to the left and right in this room, and heading further to the east, turning immediately. Again, there's a left and right turn, and then those turns turn immediately again to the east, and there's like a hallway of crypts. It's like this room is replete with these crypts.
All right. I'll go back to the Council of Elves here.
Yeah.
And I will describe to Tungsten Wheel Union and Stanley all together. Demon of Stone down that way. Old carpet down there.
Tungsten looks and says, we must search for the ring. On my way in through the hallway, I checked the corpses in the crypts for rings, and he turns around and he looks at this corpse here too. No ring on this one. We must look everywhere for the ring. I don't know its location. If we miss it, that would be most unfortunate. That's my suggestion here.
I have to agree. No matter what, we're here till we find the ring. So, whichever hallway we decide to go down, it really doesn't matter. We're probably going to have to fight something, and we're probably going to have to do our best to find it. So, if you see a demon, was it a demon or a demon statue, did you say?
Demon of Stone.
Demon of Stone, right. I mean, if we want to avoid fighting for as long as possible, we could maybe avoid that, but maybe it's just a statue. I don't know. Whatever your instincts tell you, Varel.
I must check one more thing. And I bring Nash with me up to the sarcophagi.
Okay.
Nash. Get in trouble.
Do you grab his wrist? That you bring him up with you? You're like, come with me.
No, you just said come with him.
Nothing aggressive.
Yeah, if he said come with me, I'd just follow him.
Grab him by the scruff of the hood. Come on.
I mean, you did just grab his head and use it like a flashlight, so it's like it's not out of context entirely.
I would like to lift another sarcophagi lid.
All right, strength roll, please, or athletics, I mean.
29.
Yeah, even better. This one feels even lighter than the last one. You can lift it up any old which way you like.
I'll still do the car hood way.
Okay, you lift up the sarcophagi lid with heavy stone, nothing for you, and take a look in, and you see a corpse, a mummified corpse similar to the one you saw in the first room.
I would get under him this time like last time, and I would... where's the skull right now? Because I don't have any light unless there's something peering in there.
Yeah, Varel might have put it down or is clutching it between his legs or something like that.
Where you got it, Varel?
I would have passed it to you because I'm mechanic dad and you're the child I'm going to yell at for taking too long.
All right, fair enough. I'll look into this one down here. Is that the one you're opening?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd look in there, rummage around by the hands, looking for a ring, checking necklaces because sometimes people put rings around their neck.
All
that
right,
sort of
investigation roll, please.
All right. Oh, there we go. A 9.
You don't see a ring. You don't see anything except for desiccated flesh and wrappings. And bones.
I'm concerned I would have found more if I had a better roll. So I'm going to second guess myself before I turn around and say nothing. I'm going to go, you know what? I didn't look that hard, and I'm going to try again.
Okay.
just keep trying.
If I'm allowed.
Just keep trying. No matter what those dice say, Scott. Keep trying.
Just keep trying.
Sure. Look, yeah. Keep investigating.
You rolled a 9 again.
I rolled a 9 again. Never mind. That's ridiculous.
D&D just became sentient and was like, that's not how it works.
That's not how it
Game's
works.
rigged. This game's rigged.
Yeah, it's in house favor. All right. Well, then I'll inform him that, and then even help him lower it carefully in case he needs help. I don't know if he will or not.
He'll be fine on his own, but
All
you
right.
can. You can still help. You can still go through the motions. It's appreciated.
I'll say, Varel, we should check the other one. There's nothing in this one.
All right, I head over to the next one.
Yeah, you know the role.
29 again.
Wow.
I'm screwed.
Jeez.
Nice.
All right. Investigation, did you say? Or
Yep.
perception?
Investigation for you. If you have a tag team sort of set up now you're the one doing the tag teaming.
There's no way this is going to do this low again. Please, please, please. Okay. It's a little better. 13. It's not
You look
great.
around this mummified corpse in this one and find nothing. Just it's the same flesh,
Same
bandages,
deal. Okay.
bones.
But they all look like Nash.
I mean, yes, in that way that you're describing, for sure.
Okay.
But this one, has like different missing teeth, and the eye shapes are different. Like you can tell it's a different corpse. There's enough there. The nostril holes are, they're more of a V instead of an O in this one.
Well, then I would turn to him, shake my head, and say, nothing here either.
All right, we'll lower it back down.
Unless he had it.
Last one also smelled a lot more like farty than the one before.
Oh, really?
There's more of a stink to it.
So
Yeah.
it's more Nash-like than ever. So wait a minute. Did I check everything? Like in your investigation, is that a thorough one? I'm checking all parts of this body and all that.
I mean, yes. So it's up to you to describe if you want to get technical, like what you checked. But I assume you looked in the bandages, you checked around the corpse, lifted the corpse, lifted the arms, the head, looked in the head. The holes of the body. The assumption is, you spent 5 minutes like being pretty thorough looking around.
But we know this is a finger ring, not an ear ring or a genital ring, or it's not a ring.
The implication was that it was a ring. No one's seen the ring. No one in this party has actually seen it. It's the subject of rumor.
Okay. Well, I checked pretty thoroughly, I'll say, and didn't find it, unless you say different.
You didn't
All right,
find it, no.
Okay.
We'll lower it on back down.
All right, you lower it back down. It seals with a tuk.
Let's see if I have a sound for that. Oh, no.
Just the sound of the stone sarcophagus closing.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Divinity's got a great sound file for the sarcophagus, as I like it. That's what I'm thinking of.
Call me a fool of a toque, because I just sent a bunch of armor down a hole.
You fool of a tuk. But you still have the exit to the north and the exit to the east from this room to continue exploring in this section.
All right, well, if we did a pretty thorough investigation, I would turn back around and would I see Union and them just standing there?
Well, Tungsten has made it his mission to go check out the crypt corpses in this room and has instructed his niece to do the same. So
Okay.
they're looking at the corpses in here, helping do their bit. I don't know what Hope's doing. I think she's probably looking cool and badass.
Hope will check for rings too.
Oh, okay.
Probably more
Hope's doing it.
casually because her perception's terrible, but
Right.
she'll be looking.
You do have the dark vision, so you can see all right. Actually, everyone in here, these four all have dark vision, so they're totally fine looking around. No problems. You and Nash that have the light difficulties, or luminarily challenged.
Okay. I would walk back in and, nod. Yeah, this is nice. Like everyone's working too. This is nice.
Yeah. There's a real cooperative vibe going on here. It's either that or the lack of badass tea. You can't tell.
What is the meaning of carpet in this place, Nash?
In the old times, carpet was the preferred method of covering floors. So, you wouldn't have dirt or dust or even hard surfaces. You could kind of relax and sit on it. I never saw any myself, but we were told all about carpet.
So if you were a dead human,
Yeah.
Would you prefer to have a statue of a demon or carpet in your tomb?
Well, if I was dead, I don't know that I would care, but can I have both of those things? Some nice carpet and a demon statue?
That would be most decadent.
Yeah. If I could, if someone was going to give it to me, sure, but I'm not paying for that.
I agree. We shouldn't pay for these luxuries
No.
after death. They would be useless to the dead. We've made no headway then.
No.
I will then proceed to Hope and ask her the similar question. Hope. If you were dead, would you prefer a demon statue or carpet?
Well, I guess if I had died in Siet Kala, they'd probably bury me with carpet.
So to the carpet rooms then.
Yeah, let's go.
Stanley, if you died, would you rather have a demon statue or carpet?
Carpet would be preferable. Is this how you're determining which hallway to go down?
You are all familiar with the death rites that are of this nature?
Well, my understanding is we're hunting a creature, and if we were hunting a creature that's alive, I wouldn't be worried about what I'd be doing if I were dead. I would be worrying about protecting myself. So I'd be more inclined to put any obstacle I could before you got to me.
So the carpet isn't dangerous then?
I mean, unless it is.
We'd need to check, Varel.
Very well. I will lead us to the carpet, of which I saw. Have I touched the... So I stood on the carpet, correct?
Yeah, you have. You stood underfoot and felt it was very comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't mind it at all.
All right. Well, I'll lead the group here, and I'll kind of wait for them to gather, as this appears to me to be a place of some ritual.
Okay, so you begin moving along the carpet, and you can go left or you can go right, and the party is feel free to follow him if they wish.
All right, I'll lead. So this would be to the right.
Okay, so you move to the right, and as you peer down the hallway, you can go ahead and you can move your token so you can see down the hallway. I won't count it as being seen. You see there are several rows of crypts leading far down the hallway, and then a set of stairs leading up at the end of this hallway. It's a 40, 50 feet in length of this hallway.
Oh, wow. All right, I'll go check the other side. That's all right?
Yep, go ahead. Shine your light down there. Same thing.
Okay.
Long hallway with crypts on either side. 50 feet down, stairs leading up.
I'll go back to the group. Whispered Hope, stairs go up.
Okay, so we're gonna go?
Yeah, and I'll push past Hope.
Not happy
Rude.
with his answer at all.
And Yun Yun sort of gives a smile a little bit, and Tungsten turns to you and says, "Yes, Vorel.
We are searching for a beast, yes?
We're not searching for the Lich. We're searching for a ring. I explained the reason no one's ever come down here was because this was where the Liches live.
What if the Lich has the ring?
Well,
Like he's wearing it still or something.
one problem at a time, I suppose. If we don't get that ring, we're not leaving."
Stairs go up at the end. What is above your encampment?
I find it hard to believe the stairs would lead anywhere meaningful to us. This is a huge complex. And it's made of magic, constructed by wizards. The secrets in this place are probably innumerable. I wouldn't trust anything to be obviously what it is in terms of its structure.
All right.
Perhaps you should explore to the end. Would you like me to come with you?
We do need you alive, ultimately. Yes? And I'll look at Stanley.
Yes.
All right.
And the Union also says, yes, we need him alive.
Then he will stay in the back. Very well. And I'll start heading down the upper, this would be to the left hallway.
And you might ask for the party for help looking at these corpses or something like that.
Yeah, I guess we'll do a run of it. You know, I'll take position at the end in case these stairs become an approach of any kind. But we'll make a sandwich of safety so that inspections can be done between me on the far side and Union on the other.
All right, so yeah.
Stanley, who's not typically accustomed to being in the back, he usually sticks pretty close to Varel near the front, is finding the back to be a little tedious, a lot of waiting, more than he's used to. So he is double checking every corpse that they go past as well.
Okay, perfect. So whoever's making investigation rolls, make your investigation rolls, please.
I mean,
18 for Stanley.
if Stanley's doing them, I don't want to double do them.
Well, there's
Dirty
lots of
20.
corpses to check.
Yeah, you also
Many-
don't know that I'm doing them because I'm behind
Oh,
everybody.
okay. Well, in that
Many
case,
hands
these
made
ones,
light work.
these ones by me and where me and Hope are stacked, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this. I'll do it there.
Okay, so since you're going that, all three of you are going that way. Tungsten's going to take, and Union are going to take the other direction. I don't know if you want to go to the southern hall, Stanley.
Yeah, I'd be sticking with them. They're who I'm watching.
Okay, so what were the rules again? 18.
Didn't do one yet.
18 for Stanley.
Dirty 20 for Hope.
A 7 for me. My gosh.
Okay, dirty 20 for Hope, 7 for Nash. Stanley was what? 18.
18.
Okay, and I'll make a roll for the other two. Okay. So the collective rolls that you've all made, the total searching begins to stretch over about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes. During that time, you have come up with nothing. And as you get close to the end of your investigation search, the ground beneath everyone seems to shift and pull in a really strange way. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Can do.
19 for Hope.
28 for Stanley.
Okay.
Well, it was a 21 for a second, and then it tipped, and now it's a 3.
Okay.
It's a big swing.
Yep.
Can Hope catch Nash?
15.
You just assume I'm gonna biff it.
15 for Varel. Okay, I'm going to make rolls for these
It's
two.
a safe assumption. Hope that
All
I
right.
will fall.
So Nash, out of everyone all 6 people in the party, you're the only one. The shifting of the carpets it turns into a sea of stretching and tearing. Not stretching and tearing, but just shifting. Like the carpet seems to move of its own volition, and everyone's confused but maintains their standing status except for Nash, who falls completely on his ass. And then as he falls on his ass, the carpet begins to curl up around his body and grab it. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh man.
Man, look at that. I feel like I almost created something into the universe when Varel asked if carpets are dangerous. I was like, sometimes. So, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, let's get your initiative rolls, please.
Nash only knows them as comfy and from the past. 4, and I don't even think I get to roll, but I rolled a 4.
10
yeah,
for
you do.
Stanley.
Okay.
For Nash.
It makes
10
sense
for
that I rolled a
Stanley.
4 then.
10 for Hope.
10 for Hope. Who's going first between the two of you?
Stanley, if you want to take it.
Yeah, I'll go first.
13.
13 for Varel. Okay. Union. Okay, perfect. So what ends up happening is the carpet shift and move beneath you, and all of a sudden they seem to rise up and separate into distinct chunks of carpet, and the carpets around you attempt to swallow you. Underneath Nash here, let's put it to the back, there is a carpet right underneath you. As a piece of carpet is going to be attempting to grapple you as you're lying down prone underneath you. Underneath Tungsten Wheel, a carpet emerges, and they're all, as well as one towards the back here behind you. A piece moves out, and then another one from the front here begins to pieces of these sort of carpets, and the carpet down the hallway gets up like a large creature and beast and shakes its corner tassels violently at you. Tungsten is up first, and Tungsten attempts to back away. He's got to use an action to slide through both of you, but he's going to have to shift. He trades places with Union, who steps in front of him, and I've somehow rotated his picture now. And so then it being Union's turn, Union takes up her spear and attempts to poke at the carpet to get it to move back. She sinks her spear into the carpet and does 9 points of damage to the carpet in front of the three of you in the southern hall, but just pokes through the carpet, and the carpet it almost looks like a bad thing. The carpet grabs the spear and attempts to pull her in towards her, and it being the carpet's turn, it makes the pull and is going to try to let's see here. It's going to hit. Okay, I'm trying to hit. All right, and misses. She sort of dodges out of the way, or just able to pull strong enough as the tassels swipe at her. Nash, the carpet underneath you, you're prone, so it has advantage on its attack roll against you. It's going to... It's a 14. Is that a hit on your armor clay?
It is not.
It is not.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is. I don't have the bonus anymore. It is.
Yeah. Your AC's 14, so it is a hit. That means when you're hit, there's no hang on. Yep, there's no damage. Okay, so you're not rolling any damage, but the carpet grapples you. So now the carpet completely smothers you as it rolls up around you and rolls you into like a pepperoni stick or whatever, and you begin suffocating inside as the rug smothers you completely. You're now restrained and blinded as well as grappled.
Whoa.
You're blinded, prone, restrained, and grappled. Okay.
And burrito.
You can't breathe any longer, and you're stuck on in that ground in that position.
I'm like a mob killing. They're gonna go put my body in the river or something. This is bad.
Yeah. So, and then the carpet behind the other carpet does this running leap and floats like a magic flying carpet above the three of you, Stanley, and then lands behind you and attempts to grab you. 20.
Oh, yeah, that'll get me.
All right. You are now also grappled as well. So let me just note that here.
Is it just grappled at this point, or is it all the others?
Well, it's grappled. You're restrained, blinded, suffocating, and grappled. So as it flies up above you, it lands behind you and then grabs you in its ruggly embrace and starts spinning you in. So just to explain the status then, since we have two people, but you're standing upright. You're not lying down like Nash is. Your speed is 0, and you can't benefit from bonus. Your attacks against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saves. Okay? You're also blinded, so you can't. You'll automatically fail any ability check that requires sight, and attack rolls against you have advantage because you're blind. So sort of a little bit of redundancy there. You still can make moves on your turn, though. You're grappled and restrained. Are
we able to break free or attempt to break free on our turn?
Yes, on your turn you can attempt to break free. Yes, it's a grapple. So any grapple, you can ungrapple. Hope behind you, the carpet rolls up, almost sneaks in a carpet way. The little tassely feet going. Doesn't sneak because you see it. It actually is just being like a jungly tiger, sort of moving back and forth, but in a carpety way, and then it pounces. 10. No.
Miss.
No, it's a miss. You just grab it with your hand and push it off, shove it off, and the same with Union Wheel. That carpet approaches her. with an 11, and that's a miss too. She nimbly dodges out of the way. We are now at 5:30. It's time for the break. So with that exciting start of combat, we come back. We'll finish the battle.
Perfectly
Carpet.
transitioned. Nicely done. We'll be back in a moment, everybody. Stay tuned.
They're like,
Nope, and everyone's
AFK.
like, all right, nice job, healer. I leave, and it's like, your party thought you were great.
Yeah. And you're asleep. That's amazing. The great sleep healer of 2022. All right. Well, Bo's back. We can go. Let's do this.
Let's go.
In fact, wait. Yep, I'm recording. Okay. Hey, we're back, everybody. Let's continue
cut a
forward.
rug.
Yeah, go ahead, Bo. Let's cut some rugs
All
together.
right, the rugs have smothered both Stanley and Nash, and they're making they're pincer moving you in your respective hallways here. 3 Hope, Nash, and Varel in the north hallway, Tungsten, Union, and Stanley in the southern hallway. We now have Varel next to act.
All right. Let me just double check my resources here. Okay. Is he rolled up like you might play wiggle worms with a kid?
Yeah, he's rolled up on the ground, lying prone on the ground. His feet are dangling outside the bottom of the carpet, and you hear, can't hear him.
All right, so I will jump down upon it and attempt to grapple with, and I'll say "foul, lich," and begin trying to release my buddy Nash.
Okay, so is that what are you doing to him? You hitting him? What's the move?
I want to break its hold, so I guess a grapple to pry open the
Okay.
rug.
Okay, so the way it's held up, you're gonna have to pry it. Yeah, you have to pry it open. So let's do a strength contest to pry open the rug here.
All right.
You don't have a little rug cutter, like a little razor blade or anything?
My little box cutter.
Yeah,
on my
box
tool
cutter.
belt.
Stick it out and you're good.
Obviously, this is going to cost you. 16?
16. You win the contest.
Ooh.
Awesome.
I had like a 6 or 7. So yeah, you take both hands and you pull the carpet back, and so from your point of view, Nash, you just see darkness and feel crushing all over your body, and then the crushing gets relieved, and then the darkness recedes, and you see Varel, his head sort of over top as he pulls back the carpet from grappling you. You're now free to act. Still lying prone. Any bonus actions or movement? You don't have it grappled, you just have it open. This is not a grapple.
Cool. All right. So I will. So I've pulled it open. Nash is, free to remove himself from the taco, and I will bite with my other attack the carpet.
Okay, let's do it.
Bite attack. 22 to hit.
22 to hit. That is a hit. Yeah.
Be 7 points of piercing damage.
All right, you bite right into those threads and tear off a piece of. There's a big now Varel bite mark in the side of the carpet.
Perfect.
And you have a piece of the carpet in your mouth.
Awesome.
One thing I do want to check on, just kind of between me and Kyle, I guess, just to determine. So, intent-wise, was that you would keep the Corpse Slayer dagger that you used, but I guess I should clarify, was that returned to Stanley or not?
I would have returned. You're talking about the elephant butt instrument?
Yeah.
I would have given that back to you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I made a point that I handed you back another friend.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
That brings us to Stanley.
All right. Well, I'm
Or
smothered.
Hope. You guys rolled the same. So
I guess I'm gonna try and get out of this thing.
Strength. You can use dexterity or strength to escape. It's strength only to grapple, so you have the choice.
So is it a saving throw or just a straight roll?
Athletics contest.
Or acrobatics?
Oh no, sorry. You can do. Okay, it's an athletics or acrobatics roll for you.
But acrobatics will be at disadvantage, right?
That's
'Cause
right,
it's a
because
different
of your
dex skill.
because you are restrained. You have a disadvantage. No, you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Oh, so it's just a
Not.
normal.
This isn't a saving throw.
All right,
yeah.
well let's try and wriggle then. Oh, that's not good though. 10.
No. So you try to fight your way out, and you can't fight it. You're pushing, it's crushing you. You're standing, so you more look like one of those standing like balloon thing, kind of. Those guys they have that flail around. You're just flailing around everywhere. There's a tube of carpet flailing around everywhere.
All right. Well, I think that's it for me.
Hope.
All right, I do have a question. I forgot to take some damage into consideration from the hand. So when the hand is wielding the melee weapon, it does an extra 2d8 cold damage.
Okay.
Did we want to wipe that since we're here in the dungeon with no magic, or is that something I can add back in?
Do you want this information shared with the party or not?
Oh, if it's hand related, let's earphones off.
All right, earphones off. You heard Hope. So this entire time, remember, there's a coldness that the hand gives to your entire being, right? Like it's not just you can never be warmed, right?
Yeah.
Which is still present you still feel that. So as far as you can tell, everything about your hand is still active and completely and fully usable.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like you've just sensed no change with this thing, but no one's really thought to ask, and you haven't said anything thus far. But you have an innate sense that this hand is fully operational. All right.
Awesome. Okay,
Can everyone come back?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
I like how that's sign language everyone knows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just do this.
When you were doing this, I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Just got to make horns.
Yeah.
Then we
All right.
definitely don't know.
All right. Hope will stab at the rug. She'll do her 3 attacks, but she'll stab at the rug for her first thing, see how much damage that does, and then go through each of them that way. The rug that Varel just bit into.
Okay, you're gonna stab that rug. Make your attack roll, please.
17.
Okay, it's a hit. Tell me the effects you want to do.
All right. 10 damage, and then it'll do 7 cold damage.
Okay, so 17. So you're stabbing the rug with it's a machete that you're using.
It's a little +2 dagger.
Well, you have a +2 dagger, so it's a wicked looking dagger. You stab the carpet, and then bring it. Is it just a stab, or are you gonna slice through? Just to describe, like, because when you stab the carpet, frost is going to appear all across the carpet.
Yeah, she'll stab into it and then drag to start ripping it into shreds.
Yeah. You stab into it and start ripping it into shreds, and a large, patch of ice just freezes a part of it, and the carpet vibrates. Like it's shivering. You can see it shivering from the cold as you infect it with cold and take the knife and cut a large cut, splitting it and not quite in half, but putting a big hole in the center of it. It doesn't kill it outright, the damage, but that's the first of your attacks, right?
Cool. Attack number 2 is a 15.
Okay, that is also a hit.
So 8 piercing damage, and then 9 cold damage.
Okay. So you slice at it again, and this time the patch of frost that has emerged on the carpet completely envelops the carpet, and it shatters into a bunch of icy, carpety pieces on the ground, motionless.
Carpety.
Carpety.
Awesome. She'll go, Varel, I've got this last one. Go help Stanley. Or the other 3. Yeah, Go help the others. She'll assume they're in more trouble. And then she'll do her 3rd attack on the carpet that's behind her.
Okay, make your attack roll.
31.
Damn.
Jesus. Yeah, it's a hit. It's a hit.
Casual.
It's not messing around. She hates carpets more than anything.
When your rolls get into the 3s, you are in almost virtually guaranteed hit territory.
Let's see. 8 damage and then 4 cold damage.
Yep, same thing occurs as you slice through this other piece of carpet. A patch of ice appears, and this carpet shivers and recoils. And that's, sorry, you said 11?
see, the 4 plus 8, I believe.
12. Okay. All right. Perfect. It does not die though. So you put a tear into it, and a large patch of cold appears on it, and it shivers. Any other actions? Bonus action movement?
Nope, she's just gonna yell the thing to Varel and get ready to attack again on her turn.
All right, Nash, you're up.
All right. Can't do much, right? Can I do a grapple contest since I'm grappled?
Well, no. Varel freed you, and then he bit the carpet, taking a piece out, and then Hope stabbed it twice with her
what's
icy
my
dagger and shattered it into a bunch of pieces.
That's
You're
right.
free now.
That's right. Carpety
You're
bits,
free.
you said. But what station? Am I just in normal position? Then I'm in a normal state.
Well, you're lying down on the ground.
Okay.
So you're looking up at all this, hoping Varel are slicing carpet in stand-up space.
I have a question about line of sight in this hallway.
Uh-huh.
How tight is it? Is it just 5 feet? And
It's 5 feet wide, so you can squeeze past Varel and Hope if you wish.
And her carpet's on her way to her, right?
Well, you can't really squeeze past Hope. Hope's in the middle of combat. Varel would be able to react because he's not under attack by anyone. He'd be able to react. You could squeeze past.
I want to attack that carpet, but not attack her, is what I'm getting at.
You can try to go over or...
Yeah, if you have a ranged attack of some kind.
I do.
Yeah.
All right.
He'd need a reach weapon to be able to hit that far, although I guess the staff counts as a reach weapon. Actually, I think, hang on. Your Skybinder staff, does it count as a reach?
I don't think so. Does it? I don't see it.
No, I don't see the keyword.
Okay.
It's simple and versatile. No.
So what I would want to do is launch a chromatic orb over there, but not hit her and have her affected in any way. So I guess that's what I'm asking. If I can do that without any repercussions, because I don't want to hurt her.
Well, you remember now for the past 2 episodes you've tried to cast spells.
Oh shit! I keep forgetting we don't have magic!
The response is the same. I love it.
I really was hoping you'd commit to it so I could have it happen a 3rd time.
Even
but
today, I couldn't even light up another damn peeling to put on my head, and then I have to just keep forgetting. It's so core to who he is. All right. Well, in that case, I can't. If I can't reach, damn it. I'm not only a klutz, I shit all I can do here.
Well, what's up with your inventory? You got some stuff there.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You could throw your umbrella dong.
Yeah.
You got your wood axe. You got some fish eggs.
Yeah. That was so lame last time.
You're really all in
on
on
the ceiling.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, couldn't you fly above and then help fight
do what?
the carpet?
Shit on him or what from there?
Well, you have a wood axe.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Let's make my movement. I know it's half or whatever because it's slow, but let's go over to it as long as the ceiling's not stopping me.
You can go 10 feet, right? So you can fly there.
Yeah, and I'll.
It's like Hope has to duck under you. The ceiling's not very high here. It's probably you're looking at 8 feet.
Yeah.
But she hears you coming, and then she ducks down, gracefully as you move at the top of the hallway, and now you're below you is this animated carpet.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw that wood axe or swing that. I guess now I'm in swinging range. Well, if I'm in swinging range, I'll use my staff.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. So let's do that.
All right.
Hold on a second. Quarterstaff. There it is. Spellbinder. So this is just. Let's see. What do I roll for this? I roll just for hit. So let's roll for hit. Here you go.
Yep.
Nothing fancy. 7.
Okay, you thwack the carpet and do no damage to it.
Gosh dang it, dude.
It's like a bunch of dust flies out of it like you're dusting the carpet. Thwack.
I'm rolling like the worst human. All right. Well then, that's my turn.
All right.
And nothing else to do to it.
Yeah. Well, you get your magic back maybe if you live. All right. So Tungsten. So you're struggling in there. So Tungsten attempts to attack the carpet with his fist. He's like, he says like, "Be gone, carpet!" And he hits the carpet. And it is a hit actually.
Feel safer already.
So he's going to do his. Oh no, yeah, he wouldn't have that. So he does 1 point of damage.
Hell yeah.
Now, because you're in the rug and this creature has a damage transfer its thing, because you're stuck in it, it splits the damage between you and the rug. But splitting it would be 0.5, so you have to round up always, no matter how low it is. So you take 1 point of damage, as well as the carpet takes 1 point of damage from the hit. You feel like sort of this small, knuckly fist punch the carpet, and it punches you too. All right, and so Union then continues her battle with her own carpet, and she stabs it again with her spear, and misses. All right, and now we move to the carpet's turn. So this was supposed to happen at the start of your turn, Stanley. So you're kind of going to get double whammied here pretty hard soon, because I forgot about that. But at the start of your turn, you should have taken 10 points of bludgeoning. Or sorry, not 10 points. Don't roll for this. 11 points of bludgeoning damage from the suffocation. Okay. So if you can remove 11, I forgot about that. I'm just reading it here now. Now it continues to grapple you. So now what it tries to do, Stanley, is it tries to move along with you. It doesn't have a very big movement speed, but basically it's escaping with you in its clutches down the hallway. That's what that one does. This carpet over here attempts to grapple Union and misses. The one in front of you, Hope, with Stanley above, attempts to grapple you. It just like ducks underneath Nash and tries to throw itself around you and misses as well. Okay, now we move along to Varel.
All right. Nash doesn't look like he's being particularly useful, but he's not in harm's way, so I'm going to follow Hope's advice and run off, which means Nash will be plunged into darkness.
Yeah, I'll be blind.
That's fine.
But I'll be up there, so I can... It's
He'll
fine.
do the same amount of damage as he was doing with the ability to see.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I basically knocked some dust loose out of this carpet. That's all I did. If anything, I did the carpet a favor.
You can toss the skull on the ground if you wanted, although I guess you need to see.
Yeah, then I wouldn't be able to see because all the elves have dark vision right around the corner, so they'd be in dark. So I got to take the skull with me.
Okay.
That's totally
So,
fine.
I'm gonna run down this way.
So if you go diagonal, you probably could get like 6 close. It would be... Hang on, let me get the ruler here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, yeah, that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, you can get right to the carpet with 30 feet. I think you have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah,
too,
I do have 40 feet, so...
Yeah, you can get right... Yeah, just use it. Don't forget your diagonals.
Perfect. All right, so I'll run down the hallway with the skull in my hand. And is this carpet engaged with anybody? Wrapped anybody?
Yeah. It's facing... Doesn't have a face, but it's facing down with its body language, Union. All you see is carpet, though. And you hear the sounds of battle on the other side. Carpet pretty much blocks your vision down the hallway.
All right, well, I will run up and bear hug the carpet. So I'm going to do a grapple.
Grapple the grappler? All right, let's
Yep.
do a grapple contest.
Grappling with a carpet sounds like a shaving problem. Anyway, continue.
Uh-huh. Just gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, it's fine. Just let that one lie.
I'm gonna leave that carpet alone.
Yeah, let that carpet lie. It's fine.
Episode title.
Yeah, so my roll was it was like a 8. So you grapple the carpet, you bring your big arms around and get the carpet under your control.
All right, so I'll grab it from behind. Ha! Feel my sting, Lich, and I will bite the carpet.
Okay, bite it.
Yeah.
With a 27.
27 will hit.
I bite it for 11 points of piercing damage.
All right, you bite in and get a mouthful, a big old mouth. This is a crumpled mouthful, so unlike the other one that was just a thin wafer of carpet, you got full layers of carpet on this go around. 11, you said, right?
Excellent.
Yeah. And it struggles in your arms to try to escape. We now go to Stanley. Stanley, you're going to take smothering damage at the start of your turn. 8. It's bludgeoning.
Okay. And I'll try and get out.
Okay.
Nope, I rolled exactly the same.
What was your roll? I had a pretty low roll myself.
10.
Mine's 8. The
Oh my
modifiers.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a low roll. I rolled a 3. So yeah, you're able to push the carpet finally, like as it drags you sort of standing, you're able to like just push the carpet like against the side of the wall and just finagle your way out as it appears to lose its grip or some. You're not quite sure the mechanics of how it happened. In the big ruffle of material, you emerge right next to it.
All right. Was it my? I'm guessing it was my action to get out, right?
It was your action to escape. Yes.
All right, that's it then.
That's it. Okay. We move now to Hope.
Okay, Hope's going to attack the carpet and see which attack it dies on.
Okay. Rolls the dice.
Will it be attack number 1 with a 25?
Yeah, it's a hit. Roll your damage.
All right, 8 regular damage and then 11 cold damage.
Oh shit. Describe its cold death. It's a lot of damage.
She'll take the dagger and she'll kind of hold the handle in one hand so that the back of her hand is facing up, and then she'll have her palm on the back of it, shove it through the carpet, and then cold will radiate out from the wound, and then she'll kick it to shatter it. And then she'll grab Nash by the foot, trailing behind her as she runs her way down the hallway to come around the back to help with the others.
Okay. Which way are you going, left or right?
She's gonna go to the left, the way Varel didn't go.
Perfect. Okay. So, because the light is gone, Nash, you just heard all of this. You didn't see any of it. You just heard shredding and glass shattering, and then something grab your foot, probably Hope, and run you down the hallway.
Okay.
So it's like 30. We'll put you down here like this.
I'll maintain the resistance it takes to stay in the air and assume that I'm being helped and not hurt here.
Yeah, with you floating, you guys can make like a giant trench coat guy where you can sit on someone's shoulders and be really light, and then make a giant trench coat guy. Like,
yeah, totally.
Just think about that for the future. That's an option there. If
yeah. Next time we got to compete in the
infiltrate
esports
as a
stuff.
tall man.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You could be like Mr. X.
Yeah. Ugh. No.
Well, you kind of. I'm sure if you took your bandages off, you kind of look like him, and then you'd be super tall.
Not as beefy. That guy.
You get Varel under there.
He still visits my dreams. I hate him.
Anyways, okay, so Hope runs down the hall with you in tow, and nice kill. And Nash, it is now your turn.
All right.
Now, so you've been dragged down the hall. As you can peer left around the corner where Hope has you, and you can see. Well, no, you can't see. You see nothing. It's dark out. There's no light.
So I can't see anything.
I was about to tell you information. I'm like, no, you can't see. You don't know. It's pitch black where you are.
Can I
you
tell?
just know that Hope has your foot.
Okay. Oh. I'll just say, who has my foot? So that I can
got it,
confirm.
Nash.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't see, so you're gonna have to direct me, and I'll just let her pull me around like a kite.
I've got you. Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
All right. Because his floating is 10 feet. Hope you could guide him 10 feet and move for him on his turn if you want.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Anywhere.
That's amazing. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you sort of pull him in front of you, I'm assuming, just to be right in front of the carpet. But he can't see. But you hear like the struggling of carpet like whooshing around in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nash, straight ahead. And she'll aim him in that direction, as Varel had done so long ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hope tells you to swing your staff dead ahead.
Okay. I will do that. I'll take a big swing. Let's go for a hit. I hope I hit something here. Hold on. My dice are on the wrong browser. Oops, that's a D12. Go away.
Dice are in the wrong browser.
Yeah. Here we go. Got it. That'd be another 7. What the F, dude?
You smack the carpet, you feel your staff connect, and a bunch of dust flies off and into your nostrils, and it makes you sneeze. Achoo!
Great.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So Tungsten says, I'm glad you're free, and comes up behind to help, but he can't really get through, so he's just standing behind you now, looking like, how do I help? Union then takes a swing at her carpet, stabs it through, and this time makes a hit for 7 points of damage. Okay. And Varel, you see a spear poke through and nearly hit your genitals. Well, you're tucked in place of your genitals, and it stops right there. It's a close one. There's a moment, and then you sort of see through the hole, like the spear gets pulled out, and then you see because light on Union's side shines through like this shaft of light. So she ducks down and looks in the hole and sees you, and you look down. And you sort of had this moment of you see each other through the hole, through the carpet hole. Okay, so this carpet. This carpet in front of you, Nash, needs to know what the hell's going on, why it got hit, and it swings around violently and lunges at you. And misses. I rolled a 2, so with the modifiers, it's still not a hit. 7 won't hit you. I'm rolling really low today.
Really? I don't know what that feels like. That's news to me. I don't know how it feels to roll low.
The carpet then attacks Union, and also, rolls a 9. There's another 4. All right, so it is now Varel's turn.
Varel's turn.
All right. She pulled the spear out of there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll just line it up for a double bite. Have at this carpet.
Okay, it's time to go Pac-Man on this carpet's ass.
If I do well enough, I'd like to engage a Christmas-like shear with scissors through the carpet using my teeth.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
Christmas-like shear. All right.
The glide, when the scissors glide.
Oh, I do love that. That's actually that's a satisfying. I could watch ASMR videos of that. I like that a lot.
First attack is a 15.
It's a hit. Roll your damage dice.
Right. 11 points of damage.
Describe your killing of this carpet.
Exactly that. So I kind of have it, and I move it up to my teeth, and I have it by the top, and I just kind of let them down the center.
All right.
Splitting the carpet.
And as you split the carpet and the vision of the hallway emerges before you, you see Union standing there, panting with the spear, and she looks at you, and there's a thank you in her eyes. Then she turns around immediately to face down the hallway. Face the other way. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I'll revel in that. I'll really pose with these 2 pieces of carpet in either hand.
Yeah. Nice.
Trophies.
Okay, that brings us to Stanley Billings, a.k.a. Valir Noth.
All right, let's try and attack this carpet finally. We'll do strike number 1 with diplomacy for a 23 to hit.
It is a hit.
That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Good damage.
Oh,
and then the Corpse Slayer dagger comes out and goes to do a stab as well for 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage?
I'm sorry, 29 to hit. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, no, the damage is going to be significantly less.
Shit,
it's
what's
not
up with
good.
this dagger? Yeah, okay, it's a hit though, for sure.
For 2 damage.
That was a real. We got let on there. All right, 2 damage. Yeah. So you shred, you slice with the swords and shred new slivers into it. Yes. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. Then that brings us to Hope.
Cool. Hope's still with Nash's foot. She's gonna do-si-do him around so that they swap places, and then she's going to attack the carpet in front.
All right, make your attack rolls.
First one is a 22.
It's a hit.
11 regular damage, and then 4 cold damage.
Okay. So again, you make a big slice, freezing up the carpet. It shivers and it doesn't scream, but it has the physical appearance of something that's screaming.
The next one's a 1.
So you go to stab again this time, and instead of stabbing, you actually fall through it because there's no material. You shredded it so much on your first hit, you fall prone through it with the carpet, and the carpet immediately has you grappled. It just wraps itself around you. You are now grappled, and your action was used on attacks. which you can
I've
still
got
use
one
your.
more attack.
You do have one more attack. I believe it is with disadvantage if you are in a grapple state. No, that's not it.
The blinded would probably.
It's the
do it.
restrained gives you the disadvantage, and blinded, I think, as well. Yeah, both. You have double. You don't get double disadvantage. But you have 2 stacks of disadvantage in this case.
Wait,
So.
the restrained? Let me see.
Restrained and blinded both confer the disadvantage.
All right, what about attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage? The creature who's restrained, right?
Yeah, it's the creatures who's restrained. So yeah, you are a creature in this case.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
the rules. Yeah.
Cool. So would it just be what the 2 rolls?
You roll
for
2
regular
and you take the
disadvantage?
lowest of the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, lowest is a 17.
Okay, it's a hit.
So 10 piercing and then 7 cold.
All right, describe you slaughtering it from the inside of its grapple.
It looks like Hope is covered in carpet, and then a knife comes out and just cuts it out, and she emerges from it as if she had emerged from the belly of a great beast.
Okay, and then it shatters all around you too in this epic sort of. Perfect. And that's the end of combat. Tungsten sort of slouches down on the side of one of the crypts next to one of the bodies and puts a hand on his head and goes, "We've got to be more careful." And Yunyan runs and says, "Uncle, are you all right?" And Hope says, "This was easy." What, you noobs.
Just dusting herself off, standing up.
Get good, Tungsten. Get good.
Yeah.
And then she'll grab Nash's foot. Still got to Nash.
Still kiting me. Okay.
And I'll take my 2 pieces of carpet, swagger over to Tungsten, throw them at his feet, and say, "Your lich is defeated."
Both Yunyan sort of looks to her uncle because she doesn't really know about the lich, but the lich. He looks at it and he goes, "No, Vorel, this is no lich. This is a carpet."
And the carpet is defeated.
Of a curious magical nature, I should say. It must have been a species of carpet and not magically animated. He sort of strokes his chin.
Wild carpets?
The cosmos is home to all sorts of beings. I had not thought that there would be sentient carpets in the universe, but lo, here we are. I've found a family, a tribe, perhaps, of carpet beings. Interesting. I shall have to write about this. And he breaks out a book, and he begins scribbling in it with a little sort of chalk pencil.
Right now,
Black mark.
Don't you think we have more pressing matters than filling out a book?
Yes, it won't be but a moment. Go on ahead.
No, that's not how this works. You are too important. You march in front of me. They march forward. It's time to get going. I'm annoyed by attacking carpentry, and Varel, you know damn well what a lich is. It's big, silver, and looks like the principal.
Oh! He has many titles.
Yes,
What?
but one of them is a lich.
Wait, Tungsten, what is this about the principal being a lich?
And somebody told us that. I don't remember who.
I think Monsoon might have.
Then things have become worse than I feared. Oh, I wish I was not stuck in this place. You see, he looks frustrated as he holds his
That's
head up. And
why we're working to get out of here. Were you just gonna sit in here?
no, I
Wishing
just.
you could get out?
It was just fascinating to know that there was a species of carpet that might have been a living thing. I wish we would have been able to keep one alive to perhaps talk to it.
Perhaps there's a nest nearby.
Perhaps.
No, perhaps we're done with carpets. I cannot stress this enough.
Little baby draperies.
Oh my lord.
Very well.
I have
We shall
dots in
ignore
my eyes.
the carplings for now. But should they arise in arms against us, we will put them down and perhaps grab a sample. Have these bodies all been checked?
We made it about halfway before we were interrupted.
You were nearly done.
Yeah. We'll
Nothing
check
had
the
turned
last
up so far.
ones and move on.
Tungsten sort of goes to one of the shattered carpets and begins collecting it into a pile, and he says, "Does one of you have enough room in their packs to hold on to these carpet pieces? They might prove to be a useful reagent in a future project."
You know
Yes.
what? Yeah.
If it'll stop you from talking about the carpets or writing about them, just put it in my bag.
Okay, so he begins basically taking all the shattered, icy pieces of a whole carpet and dropping them into your... Do you have a bag of
Oh.
holding, or is it just a regular bag?
No, it's just a regular bag.
Okay, so it starts to fill up. It's starting to occupy a lot of space.
Yeah, we don't need the whole carpet, do we?
As much as we can carry, perhaps I can piece it back together, at least for an anatomical recreation.
It's a rug. I can buy you one if you'd like it when we're out.
This is
of
not
here.
just any rug. It must be explained why these magical, normally inanimate objects made somewhat sentient through magical means, but still an inanimate object at its core, in a place like this, functional? That is an aberration. I should like to study the nature of this thing so I can be sure of what I found. Maybe there's a secret here that can be of use to the mortal race in the future. It's for science and magic. Please.
I'm
And
just
Union
gonna
sort of comes up.
awkwardly squeeze by and take position behind Varel, holding Nash's foot as the elves have their conversation.
I have no problem floating up there still. It's fine.
It's like a balloon.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't take any juice. Just, it's the only magic I
Bounces
have. I may as well
lightly
enjoy
off
it.
the walls as he goes by. Just
Yeah, whatever. I'll reach my hands out, kind of, make sure I'm not smacking into stuff.
All right. Well, Tungsten, gets as much as he can. He puts some in his own pockets, and then he goes to Union, who also indulges her uncle by allowing him to put pieces in her pack. And between the three of you, you've got enough carpet pieces for one whole carpet, folded up and all that. They're in a lot of small pieces. Hope really obliterated it.
yeah, but some of them are icy, and now my back's getting a little wet. This is annoying.
That's true. That's a true thing you said.
So I ran.
They are thawing.
I ran around the corner here, and basically that was the end, right? I didn't see any other ways.
Yeah, briefly you went through and saw some broken sarcophagi, and then there was nothing further that you noticed.
Cool. All right. Well, then I'll start leading us all back to the demon hallway.
Okay.
And it looks like there's a little ledge here, so I could even kind of like, I guess there'd be another ledge up another level. So basically what I want to do is from this distance, at this extreme, I will take the skull light and shine it down. And as I see it here on the map, revealing the demon statue to all.
Yeah. Sort of from safety, so it doesn't see you, but you shine a light on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this demon statue staring at you from the end of the hall. So just for our listeners' benefit, they went back to the main room from where the carpet was, the 3 floors, the sarcophagus, and the exit north. And that exit north, you could see a stone statue perched on the ledge in the next room. Of a demon. With horns and big old ugly head and like talon feet. Thick, short, stout body, sort of kneeled up, perched on the ledge. It's unmoving.
Look, Varel, it doesn't matter how sneaky you try to be on this thing. It is a hallway that it is looking down. I say we just let what happens, happens.
Very well. And what I'll do is I will advance to the corner here and place the skull with the light shining down the hall
Oh, okay. So let me make a light source here for you. It's external to you. I think this should work here. Nope. 20. All right. Let me know if that works. Yeah, that should make light, right?
Awesome. Yep, seems to work.
Yeah, it's working. Okay.
Cool. And I will use that light. I will crawl on all fours to keep my shadow low, so I'm below where the light is shining, so it's not casting on the demon statue itself. And I will take myself down to the end of the hall.
Okay.
And take a look.
So you no longer have a light source on you, though, right?
Correct.
So let me turn that off so you don't have that anymore. All right, so you move down to the end of the hall and you peer around the corner, and in the darkness it's difficult to see, but you see that the hallway moves left and you think you see another outline of another statue leading in this sort of room that's about 20 feet by 20 feet. There's a ledge on the side with the two statues, and then the hallway continues on with more crypts
Okay.
to the left, to the west.
All right, I'll bring it on back. I'll pick up the skull and basically kind of gather the group around and say, there are two statues that are positioned around certain bodies. This may be the place we're looking for. I would have us be ready.
All right. In that case, Union, keep an eye on your uncle. And Stanley will, instead of watching the back, get him
As you
positioned.
command, Silali.
All right, I will take the light source down and basically kind of position myself at the front of the stairs here. Because I assume I'm going to go up, interfere with the bodies.
There's two stone statues on the left and right side of this elevated platform with stairs going up about a foot or two. And there are two crypts behind the statues and then the passage to the left. So you can address the statues from the bottom of the stairs if you wish.
I'll make a little bit more room for everybody to kind of file in, so everyone's ready to rock should statues be more
Nash
than
is still
statues.
being dragged along.
If he's all right with it.
Yeah, totally fine. I can't see anything anyway, so.
You can
You
now.
can now because Varel has the skull light.
Yeah, but is it just like I mean, I know he's there, but I'm not. I mean, what do I see?
Oh, is it not working? Yeah, you can see if you look at the map.
Oh, now I can. It didn't refresh. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't see.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It didn't refresh.
I was in the black for so long. All right. Yeah, but I'll still float, I guess is what I'm saying. I feel like I'm at a vantage point here. If something goes down, I'm actually in a better position to do
You've
something.
got the high ground.
Yeah. Anakin.
What do you get? So all four of you are standing before the statues. Statues are unmoving in stone.
All my normal urges don't work here.
My goodness.
I wanted to check for magic
There's
and see
nothing
if
to pick
these...
up and try.
Yeah, I can't
No,
really do
you haven't
anything.
tried licking a statue yet.
That's
You
true.
Still do that.
You know what? I actually would do this. Not lick it, but I'll float over. I'll float over to this statue and just get a better look of it, like up close. Do I see any recent, I don't know, signs of movement or activity or?
It's a stone statue in the shape of a nasty looking demon. It's stocky and muscly and has like big fingernail claws and talony feet, and it's unmoving. It's stone without touching it. Like to sight, it looks like stone. Doesn't smell like anything.
All right. I would say that. Just doesn't smell like anything. I'd say.
I feel like Bo is trying so hard to just convince us this is a regular stone statue, but after playing Elden Ring, that's terrifying to me. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, it's also communicated to you that I've made a token for it. Like, it's not like it's part of the artwork of the map. So you're looking at that going like, that's a token, that's an activatable object, that's not here for like that's just the meta game of it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, your appraisal of these things are that they're unmoving stat. Your characters look at them, they're nasty, they're concerning, they're statues.
I think that they mark importance to these two bodies, so I'm gonna go up the steps, take a look at both of them.
Yeah, you look at both of them, they seem like the other, skeletons you've seen. Not the ones in the sarcophagus that seem to be more elaborately bandaged, but skeletons.
I will give a foot a wiggle on one of them and then look at the statues.
No change.
Thumbs up to the rest of the group.
Some real Bruce Campbell going on here.
Did
All
they
right.
have any rings?
I'll do a investigation on the one I'm standing by.
Just visual or with touch?
Just visual as I kind of lean over and look at the body. It would be an
Okay.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind. A 3.
They look the same. You see no rings or objects, just plain old skeletons lying there peacefully.
Give a little shrug to Stanley.
Seeing a shrug, Stanley goes up to look for himself. Not
You see
entirely
this-
sure Varel knows what to look for.
You see the same thing I described to the others,
Okay.
or to Varel. Skeletons laying peacefully.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, then I will jump down and start leading us further. So I see we have more bodies ahead. So basically, I will advance, kind of make a blockade of my body for inspection behind me, and as that completes, I'll advance.
Yeah, these inspections are quick because they're not bandaged, so looking over the corpses takes a few minutes to thoroughly check everything, and you've checked a lot of them, so you can advance, and we'll just assume everything's checked as you move forward, either by you, and Tungsten will definitely be doing a second go over of everything as you guys go by.
Cool. That'd be my first stop.
Yeah, all right. So you see there's four crypts down this hallway, and the hallway then turns right to the north. To the left in an alcove, you see another one of those demon-looking statues at the, capping the hall, essentially.
Hmm. As inspections are complete, I will advance.
Okay, so you turn to the right, and you find yourself looking down another hallway with 6 more crypts, 3 on either side, moving about 30, 40 feet to the north before the room seemingly opens a little bit into another one of these smaller rooms that you've come across.
Cool. Cool if I advance to the third blockage
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
I
Do it,
will
yeah.
go to there.
Okay. Everyone's moving so politely on the Roll20 map. Yeah, you move and you notice there's another opening to a map. Now, judging by your light, you can see that there's an exit to the northeast of the room, and you can see that you can make out again the edges of another statue. In this room, the floor goes down 1 floor, and you see another crypt and another sarcophagus. The 10 skeletons you've examined in this stretch of hallway having nothing of interest on the bodies.
All right, I'll take a step into the room here. Give a little motion that we have more bodies that way. And then I would put down the skull and kind of illuminate the area, assuming I'm the one to lift the sarcophagi lid down here and jump on down.
Okay, do that then. Strength roll, please.
All right.
Athletics check, I should say. Oops, sorry, hang on.
Natty 20.
Nice. So this one you can lift, you can hood it up, you can do whatever you want with it.
Put it on your back, use it as a weapon.
Yeah, it's now your shield.
Yeah, nice tower shield.
But no, you lift it up, and Nash is currently being led around by his foot, so he's not really. You had a thing going, but I don't know if Nash wants to continue or not.
I
having a
have,
good time.
I have no problem being pulled around. I feel like I really am in a better position to see, maybe even see something bad coming if it's lit. You know, like
Yeah.
I should have an advantage up here. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm doing it. I got it one-handed up. You know, I'm kind of leaning mechanic style, and then I look for Nash and kind of give him like a.
You see another bandaged individual in this, the rotted corpse.
I will come down for that. I'll notice he's beckoning me. I'll come down and do my search. You want me to roll anything?
Yeah, roll your investigation, please.
Alrighty. Let's see if I can have the worst roll day of my life. And if it continues. Come on. Oh, 19, not bad.
Right,
not that it matters in this case, but...
You look around for, an object of interest, the ring in particular. After 10 minutes of thoroughly searching the body from floating, so you're floating kind of upside down, like your legs are in the air and your arms are down because you're in the floating mode. You don't see anything of interest apart from, you notice this corpse is wearing sandals.
Oh.
Like these, the thread between the big toe and the second toe.
Yeah.
And the sandals are in pretty good condition. They're wearable.
Get yourself some shoes.
Yeah, I would take those out.
Okay. You have a pair like they look old and they're stylized. They're made of a leather, but somehow these got preserved and they're in great shape. You have a pair of leather sandals.
All right, I'll put them in my bag. I'm not
sort
actually
of beautiful
wearing them.
Design, like design with swirls and magical sort of triangles and things of that nature on it.
For now, I'll put them in my bag. I'm wearing my secret spike steel-toed boot thing at the moment. I don't want to take those
But
off.
for the beach, you have sandals.
Yeah, I have beach sandals. Plus, they're probably magical and they probably don't work in here, so I'll just put them away.
All right, there's your sandals.
Awesome. What are they called? Anything special? Just
You have a pair of leather sandals.
Just leather sandals. All right.
Yeah.
I'll make a note. Okay.
All right, inspection complete. I'll lower it back down.
All right, you lower the sarcophagus and it makes a toom as you close it shut.
All right, looks like we got some more bodies around, but for my participation's sake, I will find the choke point of the room.
Yeah, so you find now that there's an exit to the northwest and an exit to the northeast and an exit to the east in this room.
All right, I'll inform Stanley of this, and I'll take the west exit down there, so I'll advance to here.
Okay. All right, perfect. Checking corpses along the way.
I'll say Hope if you don't mind. And then I'll raise up and she can pull me again.
Yeah. And then Hope will start leading Nash along.
Okay. Tungsten stops and says, "Do we not want to check the rooms over this way? Send someone there."
Well, traditionally, it's not great to split up, as you just saw, but
True. Very well. He doesn't get much complaints from him. He again opens up his notebook and begins scribbling some notes in it as we walk. And then he sort of looks from his notebook and checks the corpses as you guys go. You guys find no objects of interest on these 4 skeletons in the crypt leading east. You're now at a point where the hallway turns to the left, and you see an empty crypt without a skeleton on it. Probably one of the first you've seen. There.
All right. I will take us to the end here of this hallway for the main room.
So you peer down the hallway, and this hallway leads to a larger room. I have to see what you can see here. So you see that there's a pillar blocking your way, looking down the hallway, but behind it, there's appears to be up on the ledge, a large seat, almost throne-like, up upon the ledge. And you see a skeleton sitting. It's not a skeleton, but like a fleshy corpse, but like rotted. You can just see the hands on either side and maybe a foot peering through the darkness, sitting in complete darkness on the seat.
Do I see rings on the hands?
Can't tell from this distance.
All right, I will.
There is the being is wearing a kind of a large robe, though you can tell. You can see the
Okay.
sleeves dangling off on the throne.
So from my current vantage point, as I approach looking behind a pillar at this thing that's kind of dividing it, naturally the pillar would get larger and I'd be able to see less of the figure.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. So you have to sort of sneak into the room and then turn to the left or right to get a good look at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do is advance and avoid putting the light on the body's face and really try to see if those hands have a ring on.
So you're gonna
them.
like muffle the light kind of as you advance?
Yeah, I
like
guess
it's
I
in the
could.
skull, so you could put it under your armpit or something like that and make it so that it shines less.
Yeah, I could even like use 2 fingers or a hand over the eyeball and kind of make
Yeah.
a nice little sliver.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I'm gonna try to do.
Okay, well you can do that easily. Are you approaching with stealth or are you just shining less light?
Yeah, I want to approach stealthily to here and see if I can get a view.
Make your stealth roll.
25.
All right. Okay, you're successfully stealthy and very quiet, and you move into the larger room. I'm just going to place your token here, let's say, so you can just see. So as you look, you get a better look, and there's indeed a skeleton, sort of a skeleton he has a lot of flesh. It looks more like a corpse, more zombie-like, just sitting on the chair, like completely motionless. It has no lips. Its teeth are like, maybe it has like 6 teeth. Its mouth is sort of agape a little bit. It appears to have its eyes closed, so that it does have fleshy eyelids. You also notice to the left of it a second seat, and the second being sitting upon a throne. And this one looks more skeleton-y. But what's interesting is that he has a crown of very dirty jewels embedded in his head, like not a separate thing, but there's this crown of jewels in his head. And this one wears more of like what looks like armor regalia, old and full of holes, patchwork chain link and leather. But again, very ornate with crystals embedded into the leather as well. And you see these sort of 2 different than all the other ones, old rotten corpses sitting in chairs. As well as there's another one of those stone statues in the alcove to the right of it.
Okay. Any rings on the hands of these?
As you take a close look, and you see no rings on their fingers, on their bony, fleshy fingers.
All right. So I'll kind of do like a count on my fingers, 1, 2, and point, and try to get the group to sort of snake behind me as we enter the room. So I would end up about here would be my idea, and then everyone else can kind of file in behind me.
Okay, ping that again.
Be right about here would be my thought.
Okay.
Making room for everybody else.
Man, I love a good old-fashioned dungeon like this. It's great.
Okay, and so Tungsten and Union also come into the room. And as you enter into this room fully and move in, Tungsten's going to stand here and look, and he looks around and he goes, "I have a sense something's amiss." And then in everyone's mind, a voice arises like a tide washing up into shore, and it says, "Hello, my guests."
Shit. Sounds lichy to me.
Do not be afraid.
Okay.
You say that telepathically or out loud?
I say that out loud.
Please come and grant me the kindness of your attention. You feel sort of a pulling to the eastern exit of the room.
I guess I'd look at Tungsten and Stanley as the. But
They've
mainly
all.
Tungsten.
Everyone's heard this. Tungsten's eyes are wide. He's staring down the east doorway.
All right, I'll lean and see if he's looking at anything particular.
All right, and you okay? So just so that you look down, you lean towards and you see a room. This room filled with large black tentacles, and you think you make out the shape of humanoid figures standing, but the light isn't strong enough from where you are to really make it out. And Tungsten says, we're in grave. We're in grave danger.
But it just said it wanted to just talk.
We knew we were gonna end up in grave danger eventually. That's
Yes. Come, let me find out more about my new friends. Enters everyone's mind.
Is
Tungsten begins slowly stepping backwards up the stairs.
Tungsten, you stay still.
Stanley would move to intercept him.
Okay, so you capture him and he's leaning back into you. His body is shaking.
Is this you? I would say to the voice pointing at the massive tentacles.
No, come to me. Come and see me. Follow my voice. And the voice pulls you to the east. Or, you feel the pulling, you feel like telepathic eastern pull, for lack of a better word, just a psychological like whoop, whoop, whoop.
Everyone okay?
Let me do something, and Hope will pull out her rope and tie a little bit around everybody's waist so that everybody's connected.
All six of you are going to tie a rope around each other to make like a rope chain?
Yeah.
Okay, you tie 50 feet of rope. Will that cover everybody? Probably 50 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
It is a lot of feet, but I figure maybe 2 feet per. Yeah, okay. Like no, it would be more than 2 feet. It's like 4 feet. You can get 6 people onto a 50-foot rope, I think. But you probably all have to be like within a square of each other.
Yeah, we basically need to be in a line.
Yeah, I mean that's 50 feet, and if you assume, a wrap around each body, like, yeah, it'd be like that.
Or we could do it around the hands, and it's loose, so everyone could pull out should they need to. I think that's probably a better idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're not going to tie it around everyone. You're just going to have the rope there, like a tug of war rope.
Yeah.
So it's 50 feet. So I'm just going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That would be how long the rope was. So, yeah. Just drop it there. We'll keep it there for measuring
if we need it.
Yeah. All right. So everyone grabs on. Tungsten doesn't grab onto the rope. He's a little slack-jawed and he's sort of staring to the east.
Tungsten, tie this around your wrist if you're not going to grab it.
He's not responsive. Union says, "Uncle, listen to Hope." And he begins, eyes like unblinking. He begins moving forward down the hallway.
I reach out and grab him. That's why I was behind him.
All right, grapple check, please.
What is that? Athletics contest, basically,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I don't ever do these because I'm bad at them. But he's also an elf, so maybe he's bad at them too. 14.
Yeah, you grapple him. But he's pulling from you, not violently or harsh, but he's walking. His body's in trying to be in locomotion. It's taking a lot of effort to keep him under control. Do not be afraid, my friend.
Then stop trying to force someone to you. Let him go.
I am not forcing anyone. I have the answers to all of your needs. If only you'll be my friend. Come and meet me. Now, Varel, as you are are you still standing in the middle of this room, staring down the eastern hallway?
Yeah, doing the body block kind of thing. Manning the hall.
All right. As you stare out, you see sort of this light open up at the end of the tunnel and get wider. And this light, it's telepathic light, so it's no one else is actually seeing any of this light. And what you see before you is a giant desert of sand. And you see large waves of creatures to hunt.
Oh, jeez.
Sand sharks.
Bye, everybody.
Saber-toothed tigers.
Everybody's so happy.
See ya.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Seven.
Your mind succumbs to whatever is happening to you, and you step forward into a land of sand.
Hope is immediately going to go for
Varel
Varel.
begins walking forward, and
She's
as
gonna
Varel
tackle.
as you go to tackle one of the corpses seated in the chair, you can tell the voice immediately comes from it as you hear this sort of creaking, and it goes, "You fools! Get away from the door! Stand back!" And another voice comes up and says, "Yes, stand back from the door, lest you lose your soul."
Same voice, different voice.
Two different voices. The two corpses begin speaking to you as they move, as their heads move. Hope, do you still want to grab hold of Varel?
She's going to go for his tail.
Okay, so you reach out, not looking. So you can just see his tail as he passes through the doorway, and it's a strength contest between you and Varel.
Well, don't we all have a rope? Can't we all yank on the rope, all of us against Varel?
Yeah, Varel's dropped the rope.
Oh, shit.
Am I raging
It's
for
an
this?
8.
You weren't raging. No, you are.
Okay.
Well, you're you're essentially in a charm state. Important to know in case you have some effects that counter charm. Yeah, you're sort of in a fugue state. Really, you don't really know what's happening here. So, so just roll a strength, Actually, I guess you couldn't roll. There wouldn't be any willpower behind it. So just your base. What's your? It's 10 plus whatever the modifier is for your passive. So what's your passive athletics?
20.
Really?
Wow.
Plus 10 to athletics?
Yeah.
Okay. All
That's why I
right.
do that stuff all the time.
Yeah, you'll have to beat a 20, Hope.
I got an 8. I didn't.
All right. He's very strong, and he slips. His tail slips from your hand easily, and you stop because you're afraid to go around the corner. Varel, you begin walking further and further down the hallway, and you see before you, sort of as you blink away from the sand, and you see a bunch of people wrapped in tentacles and a giant eye staring at you embedded into the wall. Then you get a moment of panic as you see it. Then you blink again, and then you're back in the sand desert, and you step forward and walk into a room with the light so everyone can kind of peer around and just getting a quick look. But if anyone's peering around getting a quick look, something like sort of sears, and you blink and you sort of lose it, and with fear you step away, and Varel gets lost into a mass of humanoids in this room of tentacles. Now, that's sort of a cinematic place to end on since we're at 7 p.m. Maybe we stop it there.
Yeah, I
Lose
think we
Varel.
probably...
That's a good
Lose
place.
Varel to the mind magic.
I love it. No, this is a great place to stop. Also, just a
You
reminder.
guys all see that room, by the way?
Yeah.
No.
It's a very handsome
Oh, I
room.
gotta move.
Yeah,
oh my
it's,
lord!
Don't put your token in there.
I'm not. I'm going over here. Okay.
No, you can't go over there. That's how we
Oh, is
got
that
charmed.
all right? Put me back wherever. I never want to
Oh,
see
you-
that again. It was horrible in there. All right. Next week we'll find out what's
Oh,
in
you
there.
can't. Oh, yeah, you can't see in there. I see. That's what. Okay, you just move there and have a look.
Yeah, I don't have. I can just tell it's
Did
a nightmare.
Varel have the skull? Did he walk in there with the light source, or is the skull
Yeah,
back
yeah.
there?
I am in the
he
dark
did.
out here.
Well, if I let go of the rope, could we make an argument I dropped the light?
Oh, yes, that's true.
Good
It's a
point.
Good point.
You probably
Good
did.
point. Point of order.
All right. Well, I'd still be with wherever Hope is anyway. So she's still holding my leg.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. Here's the deal, though. We'll be back next time, and we'll see how this fight goes. So you're going to want to return and be here for that. In the meantime, if you haven't not yet done so, maybe head on over to our website, therewillbedungeons.com, and throw a little support money our way. We have our own little setup, and it's really easy to use. Tells you all the details, and you just have to log in to see it. We're also doing a bonus show today, and those people get that thing a week early. They'll get it today, where we answer a bunch of your questions about previous runs and other stuff we've been doing. And if you haven't submitted any questions, anybody can do it at the site. Therewillbedungeons.com. There's a form right there. You just pop your name and your question in, and you're off to the races, and we don't use any of that info for anything but the questions. So go check that out. We'd love it. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. For me, for John, for Bo, for Kristen, for Kyle. And for all of you. Oh, I haven't been playing this. And for all of you, have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. Well done, everyone.
We did
Nice.
it.